Hi everyone. It's been a while since I've ever uploaded. Well, I would say over 3 months ago, ever since I uploaded reaction videos, and I do want to apologize for that. Well, I'm back here, and today I am here to discuss. Wait a minute, I forgot my intro. Hello everyone. It's Plague G. You may know me as the voice of Classic Shadow, and on YouTube and Dark Butter Blitz on Twitch. And today, I'm just here to discuss a few things, what causes me, or the reason why there's a lack of uploads, despite me, uploading like very short content. I just want to quickly, before I get to the explanation, I just want to quickly say to you all that, I appreciate the support for this channel as we are so close to hitting 4,000 subscribers. So if you want to see more content, which I will try my best to do so, just hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and turn post notifications on, and you'll see more content. All right, so let's get straight to the point. The reason why there's a lack of uploads is because there's a bunch of personal things that has been going on around my life, outside of the internet, and it was a really tough one. And this alone is something that should be handled much more than uploading content for you all. And I sincerely apologize for that. This all started. Wait, no, wait. Why am I jumping? Why am I jumping? We're getting straight to the point. So again, apologize. For the lack of content. I was dealing a lot of stuff, and so now I'm just gonna get straight to the point. So this all happened in next year. Last year. Last year. That's what to say. How do we go from there? On January, it was New Year. Last year's January. Nothing bad happened. Same for February and March. Actually, I would say the first half of the month was going pretty well, but the second half wasn't. The reason why there has been a lot of lack of uploads is because I had to deal with ongoing family emergencies that involves my sister, who is now a proud mother. Yeah, about a few months ago, she announced her pregnancy, and she was expecting a baby boy. He's doing okay. He's healthy. I see him, every, a few days a week, which that totally make me happy. He's healthy and everything. Everything's fine. I just been busy. Helping my sister. Taking care of her newborn child. And don't worry, the father is present. So there's that. One of this moment where nobody, not even a family relative, would ever want to hear this. And that is the news of my uncle, who sadly passed away from an illness around, I would say, a little bit towards the end of August, like around there, or July. It was very devastating. He was okay. I didn't see him I didn't see him that long. Like I just saw him recently, around that time before I heard the news of the passing. Like he was okay, but I didn't expect for him to be gone, really gone. So that took a huge toll on me. And I went to his funeral, and I was I was very devastated. It really really hurts. It hurts so much. But at least he passed away while he's surrounded by those that love him dearly, and he's in a better place, and that's okay because that's how life works. Always spend time with the people you love the most, because you'll never know, anything could happen, and the scary part is it's unpredictable. So always check up on them. There's that. And there was a time where I attempted to, you know, or attempted to do stuff that could, lead me to a very dark pit. I had to deal with a very heavy heartbreak, a lot of guilt, shame, and even deep sadness. I was mentally not okay. I was mentally, emotionally, and physically not okay around the time. I'm not gonna go into further details of what happened, but let's just say it involves me and this person, and it just hurt me. But right now, we're still talking. We made things right, and we're still in the progress, of building, sealing that wound of our relationship, of our friendship or relationship, I should say. Um, yeah, that one got in the way of my content making. It just took a huge toll. Like, I was barely even human at that time. Like, it just feels like I'm like who the hell I am. And I even hid it. And there are times where I just just kind of like, I don't know, just stay home like almost every day, not even going outside. Like, no sunlight entering my room, nothing but pure darkness. And I just wanted that way. And apologies for my breathing because of this mask, because I don't want people to see my face. So there's that. There were a time where I had to deal with another heartbreak. And, it's something that I definitely don't want to hear as a person who's very loving and romantic. That something is stopping them from being with me, especially if, I have romantic feelings for that person. And hearing that, that I won't be able to be with that person from now on really took a huge toll on me. It hurt really bad, very very bad, and to this point where I could barely sleep. I would sometimes like give people like a little bit of attitude, even though I didn't mean to, because I was going through a lot, and I would do it to the point where I just do stuff to me that could pretty much did something stupid to myself, which I'm not gonna say here on the camera due to YouTube's guidelines. And to those that have been affected by it, you're the most important person. You're a very person in this world, and there's a purpose for you to be on this earth. So I did that, and it hurts, and I just couldn't imagine, I've been battling demons. And so there's that, and there are also times where I also, unintentionally, hurt somebody, and to me that I felt a lot of guilt from that. Even though they forgive me, I couldn't forgive myself from that. Because, I just hurt someone I love. And also a time where I just kind of failed. Moments where I just failed as a brother. And it was all my fault. And because of that, I just began losing motivation of keeping this channel up. Or even had the idea of thinking about, what if I just delete this channel and not focus on it? But that stopped me. Something stopped me from doing that. And that is one of my few of my friends that pushed me to just not give up, and that actually just pushed me that that I could be better. Well, not that way, but that I'm always a perfect person, and that mistakes happens. So despite all that, everything's okay in the end. I have been watching out for my friends that were also dealing hard times. To which is something I need to monitor, because you never know what could happen. And also dealing with a lot of stuff going on eventually with the ICE raids and everything, especially what's going on. And it also affected a part of my family, including my mother. Because we're just scared to even go outside because of what's going on in the streets. I'm not trying to sound too political, and everybody doesn't like it when everybody gets very political. But that's the harsh truth. That's the harsh truth. We saw what was happening in a different state. People were getting hurt or even killed by ICE. That's also one of the reasons why, I also like uploads, because I want to keep an eye on the streets, especially whenever I go out and whenever I'm here. So it's a crazy world out there. It's crazy out there. Which thankfully me and my family are okay now. We're doing okay. So now I just gotta stop thinking negative. I gotta put the really, harsh past aside and just focus on the positives. Even though there are a lot of crazy stuff, bad stuff happening from last year, including this year, there are a lot of positives. I made more, friends. I discovered new hobbies, and that is cosplay. Actually, that wasn't the first time I cosplayed. I was cosplaying since 2020. I made friends. I cosplay more. I started, producing music, to which I'm totally working on. In case you haven't heard, Ange Levant, my new single, is out on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music, which I'll totally put the link in the description. And I'm also working on a next album that will come out, hopefully, maybe the summer in the middle of this year, or probably possibly the end, because it does take time to make an album, and even one song. I've got a few songs done, and still working on it. I'm just doing like a lot of multitasking. I've been making cosplay props for my upcoming cosplays, and I also producing music at the same time, even writing songs. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to hype up the mood, but uh, that's pretty much what has been going on. Despite pretty much anything in life, and what also stops me from just uploading videos for you all. Even though I have like a few videos done, like a few videos done that needs to be edited, I just kind of forgotten about it, which I'm totally gonna work on that once this damn internet just gets fixed. That's also one of the other reasons why there's a lack of uploads. I'm just recording this from my phone. So yeah, that's that's pretty much all the reason why I haven't been uploading that much. And to brighten things up, I have a few things. I think it's on April. Yeah, it's on April. If you're in New England area, around April 4, I think it's on April 4th through the 6th, 5th. No, I'm sorry. I think 3rd through 5th. I don't know. But it's definitely it's definitely the beginning of April. I'm going to be attending at Anime Boston. And I haven't announced any of the cosplays yet, but I will announce the cosplays on the post on my YouTube channel. So I'm definitely looking forward for that. I think on March 28th, which is pretty much the next month, I'll be attending at PAX East. That's in Boston at the Boston Exhibition Center. Hopefully, you see me there. If you're in New England area or you're coming from different states, I'll just show where you can find me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this video. I know it's really hard. I know it takes a lot of patience and guts to make this video for you all. And I should be I'm actually thankful that I'm able to get the weight off my chest. And again, thank you, and again also thank you for supporting this channel. Despite all the dark times that we have gone through together, but just a quick reminder that everything's gonna be okay. Life is hard, but we just can't give up. And there's only one direction in that life, and that is just straightforward. Never look back, because that's not the direction you want to go. Okay. I already said this, but thank you all for listening. Hopefully you understood this about the reason of my absence with the lack of great content that I usually do for my Classic Shadow channel. If you don't understand, then that's alright. It's no biggie. I do appreciate the time and patience that you're willing to take just to watch this video. If you want to see any future content, or if you want to support this channel, please leave a like and subscribe. And I'll try to do the best I can once the internet is back. I'd like to thank my friends my very, very close and best friends that are watching this video, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And you know, I always question, where would I be if it wasn't for you guys, or if I haven't met you guys? At least, no, not at least, I'm very grateful to have people like you. And to my viewers, I appreciate the support. And, you know, I wonder what could have been like if it weren't for you guys. I would not be here if it weren't for you guys. Thank you.